So what do you think should be the top priorities for Congress next year on climate legislation?
Well, the top priority needs to be to get a complete, comprehensive package that's frankly a lot bolder than anything we've been dealing with in the past Congresses. We need a package that includes strong incentives for renewables with a cap and trade, really a cap and invest program that is a comprehensive global warming bill that provides the money to drive clean energy technologies to the clean energy economy and create clean energy jobs as quickly as possible. It's all about time. It's all about being bold, putting aside the incremental approaches of the past and really moving forward with something that has what it takes to revolutionize how we use energy in the next 10 years.
And what do you think should be the number one priority for the next administration? I mean, like the first 100 days, what should they be doing about these issues before it even becomes a congressional issue next year?
Well, I think in the first 100 days, a couple things have to happen. The first is really need to put together the congressional leaders with the president, what that package is, outline that legislation, and figure out exactly how they're going to move quickly next year a comprehensive bill, and it's got to include several different features. First is that cap and trade program. It's got to steeply reduce greenhouse gas emissions and provide the funding for that investment in clean energy technologies. The second is it's got to include clean energy policies such as a renewable electricity standard, and if we don't get it done this year, which we need to, extend the renewable energy tax credits. We have to have kind of a push-pull system of reducing pollution, providing the investment, and providing other standards to get renewable clean technologies and energy efficiency out into the marketplace as quickly as we can.
And do you feel like we're at the Democratic National Convention, but do you feel like it's an issue that the Democratic Party and politicians in general are finally starting to pick up on, or?
Well, I'm actually excited from the level of activity here around a clean energy economy. I think it's critical that the solutions to global warming are the number one solution being put forward to the economic woes that are the top issue in this nation right now. And the opportunity to create jobs by revolutionizing and breaking our addiction of fossil fuels is the nexus between solving global warming, giving Americans better energy choices than we have now, and dealing with the energy crisis and our economic crisis.
You haven't heard a lot about it here so far. I mean, are the messages we're hearing in the right direction, or?
Well, there was a great speech last night by Governor Schweitzer from Montana, and I mean he laid it all out very strongly before Hillary Clinton spoke, and put together a complete package that frankly brought more energy into the convention hall than I've seen on any other issue. He fired them up, and it was all about clean energy and new direction, and how that's going to help our economy, how that's going to help wean us off our dependence of all fossil fuels, and how that's going to deal with the climate crisis.
And what do you think will be the biggest challenges for the next administration in addressing these issues? And I guess that goes to the question also is, if we're talking about energy, does that necessarily preclude having a serious discussion about climate, or can they be issues that we address together?
Well, I think they're linked. I mean, at the end of the day, we need to have the standards and incentives in place, whether it's fuel economy standards, renewable electricity standards, tax credits. But the real money that's going to drive clean energy comes from a cap and trade program that invests the revenues that we get from polluters back into clean energy technology. You don't have that kind of push-pull system that has serious money. I mean, we're talking about not incremental approaches that we've seen in the past, but big investments. And that's what's going to need to happen to move technologies that are currently on the shelf and doable technologically into the marketplace, into our homes, into our driveways.